Hey, Rain here. Today is yet again at the build showcase, and it's Mesa Prime. Today I'm going to show you 3 builds. So, let us immediately start. The first build is the Hotshot build. Let's start with the mods. We're going to use Corrosion Projection to reduce enemies' armor by 18%. You can also do Growing Power for 25% ability strength. It's all up to you. Prime should fit it for knockback immunity. This helps her while in her 4 or out of her 4. But if you don't have this or you don't want to use this, you can use Mesa's Vaults. It's an augment for her 4th ability, allows you to walk and dodge. Prime Flow, Equilibrium, and Streamline for energy economy. Streamline is the flex mod. You can remove this for whatever you like. Shield gating, more duration, more strength. Arcane Vitality is, in my opinion, mandatory. Gives you double health, and when your 4th ability Regulators proc heat, you're going to proc additional heat, which is quite good. More damage. Precision Intensify is going to buff our main ability, 4th ability, 9% more ability strength. This is going to give you higher damage multiplier, more damage. Prime Continuity and then Reminded for ability duration. This is going to make all of the abilities last longer, and your 4th ability is going to degen less energy. Transient Fortitude, we do need a little bit of strength for other abilities. You need to cap the damage reduction to 95% for your 3rd ability. Gives you a little bit more added damage from your 2nd ability, and your 1st ability is going to give you more energy multiplier and viral damage. And that's it. These are the mods. For the Arcanes, Arcane Velocity, when you crit, there's a 90% chance to get 120% fire rate for pistols. This works with her Regulators, so more damage. And Hotshot, we do have heat on Regulators. This is going to generate additive, critical chance. It caps at 300%, which is a lot of DPS increase for Mesa. These are the Arcanes. Here are the stats. And for the abilities, you're going to remove the 1st ability. It's the weakest one. For Nourish. Nourish is going to give us energy multiplier and free viral damage, so we don't have to build viral on Regulators. And that's it. The abilities, stats, mods, Arcane. And now for the second build. The second build is Impetus Mesa build. Let's start with the mods. You can see the mods are exactly the same copy, but instead of Prime Continuity, we're going to use Arcane Continuity. Arcane Continuity, what it does is when your abilities proc Toxin, they're also going to proc Corrosion Status Effect. Our secondary build for Regulators are going to use Secondary Encumber. Secondary Encumber, the way it works is when you proc a Status Effect, there's a 24% chance to proc a random Status Effect, which is going to trigger Toxin, and when we proc Toxin with Encumber, we're going to also proc Corrosion, which helps with DPS. And that's it. These are the mods. For the Arcanes, Arcane Velocity is still here. Instead of Hotshot, we're going to use Arcane Impetus. We're going to use Secondary Encumber. It's going to generate a bunch of status effects. This says here unique status effects, so there are like 13 of them. The effect with ability grants you 6% ability strength, 3% ability efficiency for 20 seconds. So Secondary Encumber is going to cap our Arcane Impetus, giving us a lot of ability strength, around 78% ability strength and 39% ability efficiency, which is a lot of damage multiplier for Peacemaker. And we also nearly cap ability efficiency. So from 130, it's going to be, once you cap Arcane Impetus, it's going to be around 169, which is 6% away from capping ability efficiency. And that's it. These are the mods, Arcanes, here are the stats, same helmet. And now it's time for me to show you the Regulators. Now for the Regulators, let's start with the mods. This is the Flare Encumber build. So we're going to use Gaon Shot for status chance directness per status. This is mandatory, raw damage. Gaon's Diffusion for multi-shot, mandatory multi-shot. Lethal Torrent also gives us multi-shot and fire rate. This is mandatory. Critical chance critical damage is mandatory as well. And Prime Heater Charge for heat damage, raw damage is also mandatory. The last two mods, you can switch between Corrosion build or Magnetic Radiation build. Corrosion build, the 6060s. For example, Jolt and Pistol Pestilence. This is very good against armored enemies, but if you want to use a build that is good against everything, Begging Might with Accelerated is generally the best one. It gives you 2 status effects, complements Gaon Shot. This gives you fire rate for Regulators, and this gives you critical damage for Regulators. And that's it. These are the mods. For the Extra Adapter, I will leave this empty, and for the Arcane, depends on the build. For Hotshot build, you're going to use Cascadier Flare on a heat stats effect, which we do have right over here. You're going to get 12% increased damage for 10 seconds, stacks up all the way up to 480, which is a lot of increased damage. For Encumber, you're just going to swap this for Encumber on a stats effect, which we do have a bunch of them. There's a 24% chance to trigger a secondary random stats effect. This is going to generate stacks for Impetus, and it's also going to generate a bunch of stats effects, which is going to complement Gallon a Shot, giving you a lot of raw damage. And that's it. With the Arcane, now for the stats, the fire rate is very good. Magazine size is 100, this is a lie, she has infinite. Reload speed, also a lie. She doesn't reload at all. Accuracy is very high, it's automatic. Cool chance is good, cool damage is good, stat chance is not the greatest, but we're going to shoot really fast and we're going to proc a bunch of stats effects anyway, so this is good. And all damage is very good. And there you go. These are the stats, mods, Arcane, and now it's time for me to show you the Shards. For the Shards are a highly main free to use. We're going to use 4 Topaz for cool chance and 1 yellow for cast speed. And that's it. These are the Shards, and now it's time for me to show you my loadout. There are 2 things I would recommend for you guys to use. The first thing is Ferox or Ferox Rate. You're going to equip the exclusive mod called the Amalgam Ferox Body Count. This is going to give Regulators 45% fire rate. The second thing is I would recommend Panzer. It's one of the best companions. It's quite good on Mesa. It's going to spread viral. We have 60% fire rate from Reinforced Bond by equipping this mod. Tenacious Bond is also going to be here, giving us 1.2 final kill damage, which also works on Regulators. And it's also going to make enemies drop a lot of health orbs. We do have Equilibrium. They're going to convert into energy orbs, sustaining energy. And it's a very good companion for Mesa. The mods. Here are the claw mods. And now it's time for me to show you the first build against the Steel Path enemies. And we're in. I'm up against the Corrupted Enemies mod Survival Steel Path. I'm going to show you this build. Cascadier Flare Hotshot build for more satisfying red crits and orange crits for you boys. Both Impetus and Cascadier Flare build. Both of them are very good. Hotshot build technically. They're both very good. The Hotshot Cascadier Flare has better burst DPS and higher crit tier, while the Impetus has more damage multiplier from her 4, more raw damage. You're going to proc a bunch of stats effects, so if something survives more than 5 seconds, you start generating a bunch of stats effects. Again, that shot is going to get a lot of raw damage, and you're going to just annihilate stuff so much faster. Plus, Impetus gives us ability efficiency, which has slightly better energy economy than the Hotshot Cascadier Flare build. But overall, both builds are very good. Both of them are going to function like this. Jump, shoot, repeat, press 1, 2, 3. Jump, press 4, shoot. Jump, press 4, shoot, and repeat. This is the gameplay loop. Aki boys here. Nice. There goes the Eki. Poor dude. I believe you boys seen enough. Time for me to show you the final build. The meme build. The final build is a meme build called Bounce Mesa. We're going to remove the first ability for Bright Bonnet. Bright Bond is going to generate energy for us. We're going to jump on top of it. We're going to activate our 4th ability. We're always going to trigger Bright Bonnet, giving us energy back, right? And we don't need to utilize Streamline or Equilibrium, just Prime Flow for comfiness. And this way, we're going to have forever energy. You're always going to recast this after a couple of seconds. It's going to give us ability strength, giving us more damage for your Peacemakers, more damage multiplier, and a little bit more added damage from your 2nd ability. It's a very comfy, memey, stationary Mesa build you're going to see very soon. Now for the Arcanes, you can use Impetus, Encumber, or you can do Hotshot Cascadier Flare. Both of them are absolutely fine. These are the mods, Arcanes, here are the stats, abilities, and now it's time for me to show you this build against the enemies. And we're in. This is the Bright Bonnet build. You're going to toss Bright Bonnet once, twice, jump on top of one, press your 4 and shoot. You have infinite energy economy thanks to Bright Bonnet. You can easily recast all of your abilities. You can easily sustain all of your abilities. It is a very stationary build, but it works, as you can see. Recast once, twice, jump, press 4 and shoot. There's a Jade enemy somewhere. Doesn't matter. There we go. Deactivate, activate, R4 for bigger AoE. It's very memey. It works. If you want to use something like this, it's absolutely fine. But it is very stationary. We don't have a massive AoE because she doesn't really need a lot of AoE. And Bright Bonnet is always next to us, so we're always going to get ability strength and energy. And there you go. I believe you guys seen enough. Whoa, 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 whoa. Time for me to leave, boys. And be right back. And there you go. That's all my Mesa Prime builds and the beautiful skin we got yesterday. I hope you guys enjoyed the builds. And Mesa, thank you yet again everybody for watching. Leave a like and sub, and of course, see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.